The Mystara project is proud to present Part 21 of the Characters of Mystara series. In this video, we take a look at the surly, dagger-throwing bandit, Ademar. Ademar was introduced in Dungeon Magazine number 42, in the mini-adventure, Ransom, on page 38. Ademar was born in the small village of Zellhausen, in southeast Hattiers, in AC 961. Later that year, his sister Zeltrude was born into the Eigel family as well. Ademar's parents were both petty criminals, spending time in and out of jail. With two young children, his mother, Margarita, was imprisoned in late AC 961, and died of starvation. Ademar's father, Thidbald, wasn't around much, so their neighbors often looked after the Eigel kids. Ademar's neighbors had a son Hattin, and the two boys formed a friendship. After surviving a bout of sheep's pox, Ademar was persuaded by his older friend to run away in AC 971. The boys left Zellhausen and made it to Fort South Point. There, they managed to stow away on a ship, and snuck out at one of the port stops. That port was the city of Specularum. The boys became involved in the street urchin gangs that roamed the Nest and the Docks districts. Ademar got his first real dagger and was fascinated by it. He would practice throwing it at targets whenever he got the chance. In AC 977, Ademar met Bozina, a town crier of mixed Thyacian and Traladeran descent. In AC 982 they married, but not long after, Ademar tortured her to death. Hattin and Ademar continued a life of petty crime, spending what little they had on various morally corrupt pastimes. In AC 989, Hattin introduced Thoros to Ademar. Thoros's dream was to get rich by planning and executing just one big strike. He liked Hattin's ideas, so he had invited him to join his gang. Hattin had recommended Ademar for some added muscle. Following Thoros's example, Ademar learnt horse riding, deception, and in particular intimidation, gaining a +1 bonus in the latter skill. Balian, the gang's thief, gave him alertness and blind shooting tips. The gang relocated to the Black Peak Mountains to the north, using the small village of Utica, about 22 miles north of Threshold, for supplies, and a ruined fort 2 miles north of Utica as a base. They raid the regions around Elton's Spring, Threshold, and Armstead. During this time, Ademar learns to speak Daracinian. After failing to pull off any lucrative jobs, Thoros finally thinks he has gotten a lucky break. Thoros had learnt that the son of the Lord of Elton's Spring was to travel to Specularum under light guard. The bandits killed the two guards in an ambush and captured the son, Baldwin. Thoros sent a ransom note to Baldwin's father, Sir Reynold, and a handover was eventually agreed. Ademar has not gained much loot over his career, so he has only progressed to be a 4th-level fighter. He is considered short at 5.5 feet tall, weighing 1,500 coin. He is of chaotic alignment, somewhat a product of his unsupervised childhood. His ability scores are impressive, being above average except for wisdom and charisma. His saving throw success chances range from 35 to 50%. He has a high morale of 11, and will not abandon the gang while Thoros still lives. Ademar has 85% proficiency in horse riding, intimidation, alertness and blind shooting, or blind throwing in his case. He has 70% proficiency in deception. Ademar has not had enough cash to afford weapon mastery, he has basic mastery of the dagger and short sword. Ademar has 24 hit points, which is 33% above the average for a 4th-level fighter. His preferred attack is to throw daggers. If forced into melee, he will attack with his short sword and take the -4 offhand penalty with his dagger. Scale mail armor and his dexterity give him a moderate armor class of 4. He has 16 daggers, half on his bandolier, with the rest on his shoulders and in his boots. He carries a short sword for melee. He prefers scale mail armor for mobility, over protection. He has a riding horse for a mount. Ademar has a surly disposition, with his only joy coming from killing with his daggers. Despite his 140 IQ, he is a slow thinker, unimaginative, and rarely makes any contributions to the bandits' plans. Making plans is something he always left to Hattin, and in more recent times, Thoros. His standout traits are disloyalty, rashness, and irreverence. He places little faith in the immortals, as they certainly haven't helped with his lifelong struggles. Ademar is designed to be used as one of the enemies in the final and only set battle of the ransom adventure. The PCs are hired by Sir Reynard to deliver a magically locked chest containing the ransom to the bandits, in exchange for Baldwin. Reynard does not want to use his own men, because he fears they will lose their tempers and attack the bandits, jeopardizing Baldwin's life. When the chest is delivered, Baldwin opens the chest for Thoros to discover it is filled with low-value minerals. A battle ensues. Ademar's strategy is to throw daggers from a distance while Thoros engages in melee. Ademar will fight as long as Thoros is still alive. If Thoros falls, Ademar tries to grab Baldwin and run through a hole in the rear wall and ride away. If Ademar survives, he will try to sell Baldwin into slavery, and reunite with Hattin if he survived. Either way, he will continue his banditry, possibly running into the PCs again, maybe as an Iron Ring recruit. This concludes our look at the surly, dagger-throwing bandit, Ademar.